welcome you back to this video where we look at S3 bucket versioning. And what bucket versioning actually do in the real sense is to help you protect those objects that you have in your S3 bucket. Okay, it's help you or protect you against some actions like accidental delete, where you maybe in error you deleted an object from the bucket. With the aid of S3 bucket versioning, you will be able to retrieve such a deleted object. But the caveat is the S3 bucket versioning must have been enabled on the bucket before that object is being uploaded. And this is what I'm saying. Let's assume um, you create an S3 bucket, and at the beginning, at the point of creation, you did not enable versioning, and a few objects were uploaded into that bucket. Thereafter, you now enable versioning. So those objects that were uploaded before versioning was enabled on that bucket will not be captured by versioning action. It is only those objects that were uploaded after versioning has been enabled on the bucket that will have the effect of versioning, as we are going to see in our demonstration. So those objects that were uploaded after bucket versioning has been enabled will have copy of themselves being created by versioning action. And if for any reason those objects are deleted or something happened, you will be able to recover those files because um, a, a a copy of this object has been kept or has been protected by versioning, by S3 bucket versioning. So let's go onto our Amazon S3 bucket console and see how we can create a bucket and enable versioning. And let us see the difference between objects that were uploaded prior to versioning and those that were uploaded after versioning, and what happened once they are deleted. So I'm going to jump on my console right here. I'm inside S3 console and I'm going to create a bucket. I'll go here, I'll click create bucket, and it's going to be a general purpose bucket. I'm going to give it a unique name. Let me just call it um, let me call it S3 versioning versioning demo and I'm going to just add some arbitrary number to make it unique. S3 versioning demo, and I'm going to keep everything as it is, all the default setting, and I'm just scroll down. I'm going to show you here. This is where you can enable versioning. So at this point it is disabled. So, but if you want to enable versioning, then you have to switch to enable. But for the first um, explanation, I'm going to leave it as disabled, and I'm going to create the bucket. I'm going to upload uh, an object. Then I'm going to come back and enable versioning, and then upload another object. So I'm going to keep it as disabled now, and I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and click on create. So the bucket has been created, and you can see this is the bucket here. So I'm going to go into the bucket, and I'm going to upload a file. So let me just upload a .png file. I'll click on upload. Why not? Let me just upload this PDF file, and I will scroll to the bottom and say upload. Now an object has been uploaded into a bucket with versioning disabled. Now I'm going to head over back to the bucket. Okay, I'm just going to scroll over to the bucket. I'm going to keep this. Let me see if oh, sorry, that's not what I intend to do. I close this and I go back to my bucket. So this is the bucket now. I'm going to click on the bucket again and I'm going to head over to permission. Oh, sorry, I'm going to head over to property and I'm going to scroll down to where we have bucket versioning. This is right here, bucket versioning, and I'm going to click on edit. And this time I'm going to enable versioning. So versioning is enabled now, and I'm going to click save changes. I'm going to head over to my bucket. Okay, this time I'm going to upload another object. I'll click on upload, hard file, and this time let me upload same object, but the Word document of that, the Word version of that document. And I'm going to click on upload, upload. Now the object has been, uploaded. So if we go into the bucket now, okay, I'm going to close this. And now if you go into the bucket, you can see this is the first one that we have uploaded, the PDF object, and this is the other one that we just uploaded. Now, you cannot see any difference at this moment, but let us head over now. If you look at straight on top here, show versions. So if you click, if you toggle this show version, well, what do you see? You can see in the first one that we uploaded, you can see a null version ID. Under version ID here, let me zoom in a little bit. Under version ID, you can see it says null because this object was uploaded before versioning was enabled. And for the one that was uploaded later, you can see a unique number called the version ID has been generated for this object. Okay, so this is where version now is well, it becomes interesting. So this object now has a version of itself, okay, that is being created. And so if anything happens and I deleted this object, I can retrace it. So we're going to see what happens. So I'm going to go over now and I'm going to delete this object. Now, before we delete it, I'm going to show you something. If I show the version and I click on delete, let us see something that I want to explain here. If I click on delete, you can see it is a what? Permanently delete. If an object is in an S3 bucket and version is enabled, even with version enabled, if you deleted those, if you delete that object at the version option, that is when you indicated version, then all of the object will be deleted. And this is what I'm talking about. I'll head over to the object. Now I'm in the, the regular view. If I show version and I deleted the object at this point, then the object is going to be deleted permanently and you will not be able to recover it. However, if the object is deleted at the regular view where no version is shown, then you'll be able to recover it. And that's what we're going to do now. So I'm going to go over here and delete this object. And what do you see? It only gives me delete. Unlike the previous one where it shows permanently delete. Let me go back again so that I can show you what I mean. I'm in the bucket now. This is the object in the regular view. If I click on delete here, it will only show the delete form. But if I switch over to the version and I delete it, it means I want to delete both the object and the version. So if I click on delete at this point, you can see it's saying that this is going to be permanently deleted. Unlike when you are what? Unlike when you are in the regular view here. So I'll go ahead now and delete this object and I will type delete and I will click on delete object. Now, this object has been deleted, maybe accidentally or, whichever. So if I come back into the bucket now, the object is gone. But if I head over to show version, you can see that that object is showing here that there's a version of that object. Even though I don't have it, there's a version of that object here. And this is the real option with what we call the delete marker. This delete marker is the one that is hiding the original object. You can see from here, there's a little drop down that shows this object is underneath the delete marker. Okay, so if you go back into the original bucket, if you go back into the original bucket, you're not going to see that object. But if you switch to the version, then you're going to see that object. So for you to recover this deleted object, all you need is to delete the delete marker object. So when you delete the delete marker, you can see that has no storage. If you delete this delete marker, which is hiding this, then the object will be restored back to the bucket. So I'm going to go over. So for us to recover this, we have to delete the delete marker. So I'll go ahead now and delete the delete marker. And it says delete permanently. Yes, I'm going to copy that and just paste it here. And I will scroll down and click on delete. So this is deleted now. So if I head over, I'll close this. If I head over to my bucket now, you can see that that object is now back. Okay. And even if I show no version, you can see I have my object back. Don't forget, when I deleted it, this object was not here. So that is the essence or the advantage of S3 bucket versioning. It can help you to protect and retrieve an object that has been deleted from your bucket. So this is going to be a very short demonstration just to show you how you can use S3 bucket versioning to recover a deleted object. And of course, you agree with me that if I delete this one that was uploaded there before versioning, that means this one that has a null, then the object is going to be deleted permanently. So if I go here now and I delete this, you can see it is a permanent deletion, and there's no way you can retrieve it because that object has no version. And why does it not have a version? Because it was uploaded before versioning was enabled on the bucket. So I'm in the bucket now, either in the show version or in the regular view. I cannot find that object. So one more thing that is important to mention is that once versioning has been enabled on an S3 bucket, it cannot be disabled. That is, the process is not reversible. So if you enable bucket versioning on an S3 bucket, all you could do, if you do not need versioning anymore, you can only suspend it, but you cannot disable it. So this is the bucket now where we have enabled versioning. So if I head over to properties and I go to the versioning section here and I click on edit, you can see that I can only switch over to suspend or go back to enable. There's no disable option. So this means that if you enable versioning on an object on a bucket, and for some reason you felt that you don't need the versioning anymore, all you could do is to suspend it. And when you suspend it, during the period of suspension, any object that is uploaded in the bucket at that time will not have versioning. Okay, that is, no copy of this object will be created. So it is important to have this in mind, and it is also important to um, understand this, because for those who going to be taking exams on this, a question like this are usually being tested. So please bear this in mind. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you do, kindly um, like, comment, or subscribe on this video. And I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.